Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a new camera that I purchased to help me make YouTube videos. Now, I want to start off the video by stating that I'm just going to be showing you the camera and a little bit about why I purchased the camera and what I was looking for and things like that. But I'm also not looking for any suggestions as to what camera I should have picked or if I should go with another camera or anything like that. This is pretty much the one I kind of settled on because it gave me the options that I was looking for what I needed. Now, with that being said, this is the Sony Cyber-shot DSC-HX90V, and this is not going to be a full-blown review on the camera. Again, I just kind of want to show you guys and just speak as to my philosophy behind why I picked it up. Now, for the past couple of years, I've been using my cell phone to shoot the majority of my YouTube videos. It makes it very easy because I always have my cell phone with me, and especially having iPhones where the cameras have gotten increasingly better every iteration of the new phones that come out. It was just the easiest route out there. I don't do things like vlogs, or I don't shoot a lot of long length videos, and I really don't do a lot of editing in my videos also, so the cell phone basically fit the role perfectly. Now, I have found that in the past couple of months, I've been reviewing other items where I actually need my cell phone to be in the shot. So, like cases or accessories for the cell phones and things like that. So, I found it very hard to do those videos because since I record the video on my iPhone or on my cell phone, I can't have it in the shot as well. So, I end up having to borrow another phone or something like that. So, I figured it was about time to go ahead and pick up a camera. My philosophy behind what I needed for the camera is just going to be something to shoot video. So I wasn't really worried about the photo aspects of the camera, even though, if it does take nice pictures, then that's always a plus. I also wanted something that I was able to shoot video in front of it and see myself a little bit better. Because again, even though I do use my phone, when you use the front facing camera of your cell phone, the quality is not as good as the rear facing camera. So you kind of those videos always suffer a little bit. So I wanted something that was easy to shoot from the front if I had to be in front of the camera as well. So a little bit of this camera here. I actually went into Best Buy. I wasn't looking for this camera. I was researching a couple other models, but the guy at Best Buy kind of pointed me towards it, and I started looking at it, and I saw some of the features and things like that, and I felt that it was it pretty much fit what I was looking for. Now I do want to show you guys this is the box for the camera, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how much I paid for it, and the reason for it is because I did see a lot of reviews on different cameras online, and some people always say, if you can get like an open box item or a refurbished item or something like that, it's always a good option because you do end up saving a little bit of money. And that's exactly what I did here. So you guys can see this is the box. So it came with the box and everything. So it is an open box item from Best Buy. This is the regular price of the camera, $429, and I got it for $240. So almost 50% off the price of it. Now, the way that I got that is because if you read right here, it says missing accessories, no missing accessories. And then it says comment and it says scratch. So the salesperson was telling me that the camera had a little bit of a scratch on it. And that was kind of what was deterring people away from purchasing it because this is basically the only one they had. I'll show you guys the scratch on the camera, and then you guys can tell me what you think if if it would have deterred you. But to me, it didn't. Again, for the usage that I was going to give it, I thought it fit perfectly. It had all the accessories that it normally comes with. Plus, it's like I was purchasing a new one. So in other words, I get the return policy. So if I test it out and I don't like it, I can always return it, and no questions asked. They'll give me my money back because again, Best Buy kind of honors that. So let's look at the camera itself. So here it is. This is it's a pretty small camera, which is nice. But again, for the most part, it's going to be sitting on a tripod, the majority of the time, just kind of facing down at the table like it is now. And so as far as size goes, that's not really a big deal. But what I did want is I wanted something that would do high definition video. So this camera does 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is pretty much what the iPhone 6 Plus that I have here is doing anyways. So I'm not going to lose as far as the quality goes. I did see a couple of reviews on this camera, and what I did really like also is the microphone. I think it sounded really nice. And again, I just purchased this camera, so I'm going to be testing it out a little bit more. But for the most part, again, I'm going to be very close to the camera. So the microphones, you have two microphones here. They're going to pick up my voice pretty nicely. And the fact that they are right at the top, it makes it a lot better because whether I'm standing behind the camera or in front of it, it's going to pick up the voice pretty nicely. Now, it had a couple little extra features which I wasn't really looking for, but it does have an actual viewfinder. If you hit this button right here, the viewfinder pops up. So if you want to stick your eye in there and do that, you can do so if you don't want to use the actual screen here. And it has a pop-up flash also. Again, it has a lot of the features that you will find in some of your newer kind of point and shoot cameras, where you can mess with the different accessories like ISO and things like that. But for the most part, again, since I'm just going from a regular phone to this camera, I'm not really looking to mess around with those things too much. Now, this is the viewfinder here, and I don't know if you guys can make it out, but right here, it's got a couple of scuff marks, and that's pretty much the scratching that they talked about on the comments on the box there. So again, to me, it wasn't that big of a deal. I could still see everything very clearly, and when I turn on the camera and you see the image here, that actually the scratches actually go away. So let me show you guys. If you hit the on button here, and there it is. See, it's barely noticeable. Here I am pointing it at the table. You don't even see that scratch is there. So I think it works perfect. Now, the other thing that I was looking for is, again, if I want to shoot looking in front of the camera, and the cool thing about this one is that the screen actually rotates 180 degrees, so I can point the camera at myself, and I'll be able to see myself. So I'll be able to frame the shot, make sure that I'm in the middle where I want to be, and I can go ahead and record that way. So that was really cool because, again, that's one of the features that I was looking for. That way I still can record myself and keep the actual quality at what it's supposed to be, versus, again, when I'm using my iPhone and I'm using the front-facing camera, it's a lot less quality than it when you use the back-facing camera on the phone. So that's really nice. It's pretty sturdy too, so it's not going to break or anything like that while I'm using it. So that was a plus. Now, the one thing that this camera does have, which the sales guy was telling me, is that it has a 30x optical zoom. Again, this is it's pretty good if you're going to be using the camera for other things. For the most part, it's not a big thing for me, but the fact that the camera does have it is pretty nice. And then you also have, where the focusing and the tracking and things like that while you're doing the video, it's pretty good on this camera also. So again, it's not a full review on the camera itself. It's more of my philosophies as to why I ended up picking this one. I was looking at other cameras, but one of the biggest things was obviously the price point. I found this one. Again, the retail price is $429, and I found it for $240. As you guys can see, that scuff mark, to me, it's not a big deal. Again, I don't know why other people were kind of getting torn away from it, but I think it works great. It does have the Wi-Fi, it has GPS, it has NFC, so I can control the camera or transfer information with my phone and stuff like that. So those are always plus. It does have the ring right here, which I can use for focusing or zooming in and things like that. But again, for the most part, it's going to be something that's going to sit on my tripod and then just look down on the desk as I'm doing the different reviews and things like that. So I think for that usage, it definitely, it's going to be really nice. Again, I'm going to be testing it for the next couple of videos and see how that does. What I will do is I'll go ahead and do a little test video at the end of this one, so you guys can see the difference between what the iPhone 6 Plus is shooting and how this Cyber-shot DSC-HX90V shoots by Sony. So let me go ahead and do that, and we'll get back. Alright guys, so here it is. I am recording on the camera now. I have my cell phone here so we can look at it. And again, just testing the way it looks, the way it's recording, and also the audio quality. So let's turn the phone on here, just so you can get a couple colors and things like that. You can, bring it in close. So I think it's working out fine. I think it's going to be pretty good. Again, I'll test to see how the audio sounds. And but the video itself is looking pretty nice. Again, because I'm recording in 1080p at 60 frames per second, it's pretty much going to be the same way that I was recording on the iPhone, so I'm not going to lose any quality as far as that goes. So the videos will still look pretty good the way they've been looking as of late. So there it is. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.